Yeah, I'm Brian, graffiti artist, and I'm doing an underwater city.
This is a really big panel here, Brian. It's quite large. Describe the underworld city that you're painting today.
It's pretty retro, trying to do it a bit, I don't know, 30s style, like some of the old science fiction magazines I used to see. Got a big chrome effect over all the buildings and a big orange glowing orb. And they're trying to invoke some sort of old science fiction movie feel.
You've certainly achieved it, especially with the colours you're using too, these greens and oranges and blues and purples.
Thanks, man.
Tell me, how did you get into graffiti art?
I just had a couple of friends that did it, and I was doing a lot of drawing, and they just suggested that I should pick up a can, and I know I picked it up and I was pretty good at it straight away, so I don't know, I guess I kept doing it because of that.
This is pretty different to normal graffiti. Normal graffiti is a bit of a focus on the tag, isn't it?
Yeah, on the actual name or whatever. It's a bit more ego orientated maybe, I don't know.
And where to from here? Do you reckon these will be shown in public spaces?
Hopefully, I'd like to see a bit of a gallery going around shopping centres or public spaces like that. Hopefully I can get some more walls from local businesses and get paid to do some work, yeah.
Do you think that's going to help if you spray paint the wall of a local business?
Yeah.
Is that going to stop other graffiti artists spraying their tags over the top of what you've put there?
Yeah, the younger guys are usually tagging, trying to emulate all the older dudes that do pieces and stuff. So they have a bit of respect for the actual artworks, so they won't go over them.
Well, that's the theory anyway, isn't it?
Yep, it usually works.
Yeah. So if there is a business and they've got problems with people coming along and putting graffiti art all over their walls, something that's a bit more artistic like this may be the answer.
It is the answer. No, it's definitely better.
Well, it looks better, I guess, as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've had a couple of walls where I've done this, and it's dramatically decreased the instances of tagging. So, and also a lot of the graffiti artists that I know, if they do a wall for a business, they'll protect the wall from tagging anyway. They'll come back and fix it up for the shop owners. So that's always good.
G'day, I'm Anthony Francis, I'm the Community Safety Officer from Lake Macquarie Council. This is part of my brief to the graffiti reduction strategy for the whole of the council, which involves, I guess, two main parts. It's promoting legal art opportunities for young people and also implementing a rapid clean-up service as well for illegal graffiti.
Fairly interesting artistic expressions here, haven't we? It's different sort of graffiti to what you'd expect to see anywhere else.
I think what we've got here is probably a range of styles. I mean, we're looking at one that probably would be classed as more of your traditional offensive graffiti, which people would have trouble relating to. And then another one is more of your standard underwater theme, which I think the community in general would have no trouble looking at and accepting it as art.
How is this going to stop graffiti in public spaces in the future?
What we're doing here is demonstrating ways of doing it legally, and then we're going through all the youth centres in the whole lake area and doing workshops on the boards, and then leaving the boards behind for potential artists or those caught offending to actually access those boards and do their artwork in a legitimate sense. And I think also displaying the opportunity to display what they've done and getting public feedback and hopefully acceptance and gaining more opportunity for legal walls and quality art.
So you reckon we'll see more of that sort of thing in the future? Spaces where kids can come along and spray whatever they like?
Probably not to that extent where they can come along and spray whatever they like. I think it's more about controlled and public acceptable art and getting young people to move somewhat in some cases to modify their art form.
But isn't the whole point of it that they're expressing themselves, and if they're being asked to conform, they may not do it?
Yeah, I guess expressing themselves on boards is fine, so that opportunity's there in youth centres, but I think they have to realise as well, if they want to gain public space to do their artwork, there has to be some negotiation and putting up forward plans and sticking to those plans.
Otherwise you're going to end up with a mess, I suppose.
I think that's probably the interpretation, yeah.
And what do you think about today? We've got all these boards around us, quite a few kids here having a lot of fun. It's been a success, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's been really successful. A lot of younger kids have certainly expressed an interest to come along to our courses and workshops and experiment on the boards as well. So hopefully we're cutting off or taggers as well in that respect.